What's up, everybody? Let's have a talk about mistakes. And I'm gonna sit down for it. Do 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 do. Um, I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Mistakes are problematic when it's important, and hopefully can be fixed quickly. And hopefully it's not important too often. Except you want important things to happen without the mistakes at all. So there's something Daniel Dennett does when he talks about a philosopher that disagrees with him, and he says, if he didn't exist, I'd have to invent him. Because the notion is that mistakes by other people, indeed, the opposite of what you're trying to do, should be not just considered, but spoken for. There should be people that argue for the nonsense on the other side. And that's something I rejected when I was an egalitarian. There was no room for nonsense. Now I'm older, all I have is nonsense. And so I thought about it, and I thought with my number stuff, maybe I should make some mistakes. So there's zonk, whiz, twam, frimst, hyph, throp. Now maybe you like throp for 3, T-H-R-O-P, it seems silly, but if you like it, I think you're on the losing side of history, because we're not going to be able to fix 3 to your chosen 1. Now, we're not going to be able to fix decimal at all. It will continue to live side by side with Hunimal, but it could take various forms. And so frimst, F-R-I-M-S-T for 4, is a terrible form for it to take. And it's just unacceptable to expect people to learn the silliest of things about the most central of things. But it's worth exploring mistakes and the opposite. And here's why I try and just emphasize what's good and what's right to the best of my ability, instead of enjoying the travels through the mistakes. It's because my voice is only so powerful. It's very weak, in fact. I'm depending upon a furry costume to get my message out there and to make my game show. That's like my dream of things going successful for me. So I have nothing. And let me show you what happens to me very frequently. I take technology that's wonderful and excessively good, and I turn it to crap. This is my used 3D printer that doesn't work up here. Bebo. Down here is one that does work. Dremel. Both of them cost a pretty penny. Dremel right now is inhabited by a bad 6. So I had a 6, and it was going to have one of those words that just can't work, like frimst for 4, and I could play with that with people and like suggest to them that 6 should be snites, S-N-I-T-E-S, and just see whether that got them thinking, because I can deal with competitive systems. But there's only one Hunimal that we're going to be able to teach, and this kind of mistake is unavoidable. What happened here is just a huge delay. And a reminder, you only have so much. If you decide to make mistakes, you are going down the wrong path. You just have to search and stick to what is good and what is right. And no matter how you see it, and you have to think deep, but you can't give up. The way that I've done with the N-word. Black people rightly should be irate with me because I absolutely didn't avoid the consequences of leaving the N word as deeply racist and deeply black and deeply untrue and unfair. I left that alone because I'm lucky enough to be able to. Back in the day, I wasn't that lucky, and I wanted to promote it in the pursuit of promoting myself too. I wanted to get out of my poverty, my homelessness, my sickness. Mental disease and multiple sclerosis were ravaging my mind and body, and all I wanted to do was escape. And the N-word, meaning human, was the kind of lie that would just escape so beautifully for me, because then I could justify me saying the N-word, one, but two, N-word rights being a way to discuss my struggle for political rights. I would have a slogan that makes 100% sense to me at the time. So what? What is your frimst? What's your twam? What's your zonk and your whiz? In your life, what are the mistakes that you need to give enough time to end up in disaster? That's what happened when I tried to print 6 with the wrong names. I'm not going to keep printing wrong named numbers because I only have so many sets of prints that I can do of this number set, and I want to give complete, good, colored ones. I have a complete colored one, and I have lent a colored one to one father of a 2-year-old or 3-year-old. I don't know which, but he is not showing his daughter it because kids are kids, and what you do with a kid is whatever the kid is interested in. And right now she's interested in coloring things. And so what? So what? So frickin' what? So no, it's not zonk, twam, whiz, frimst, throp, hyph. No. It's zo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Zote. 1, 2, 3, 4, vine, snicks, veen, ain't, ain't. Twent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, twix, 12, twait, twine. Think how easy that is. Twent is 20. Just drop the Y. Then you just say 1 through 9 with a twa in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, twix, 12, twait, twine. It's perfect. It's totally doable. And then it just exists, that same pattern, for each of the multiples of 10. The thirds, the fourths, the fifths, the sixths, the zvents, the gates, and the ninths. All just follow that pattern. And there are a couple of hang-ups, and I need to coach people through those. But I only have so much coaching time, and TikTok is making us have less time, so that most people won't even watch this kind of video, like ever. No interest, because it's so long, and it's so deeply enmeshed in my garbage. But if you did watch this, 1, awesome, bless you, thank you. But 2, don't invest in your mistakes even for a moment. Don't make them, and push for the best result as hard as you can at all times. And when you reach uncertainty, re-deepen your thoughts and renegotiate your efforts, because your uncertainty is a suggestion that you might be mistaken, or you might be onto something even bigger, and it's time for other people to listen. That's what I never achieved with the N-word, is I never got people to listen. But with Hanimal, I can't accept that result, because numbers are too central to humanity. I think they're more central than slurs. I really do. Thank you. Have a great day. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.